Welcome, fellow travelers, on this journey of life. This is the course intro for Be a Better You. I had my struggles to be a better person and happy to share the experience. My name is Yuan Chen Tai. In modernity, the mass media, propaganda, and advertising, with the pervasive sexualization of everything, presented to us a highly distorted reality. As a young person, we can get confused due to naivete. As an adult, we get confused by our own delusions, built up over the years by our biased worldview. Typical challenges we faced are information overload, loss of focus, ineffective learning methods, constrained by our resources, fight the fight alone, high IQ, low IQ, or no IQs, or no Qs, too many distractions, continuously restart, etc., etc. With those challenges comes self-doubt. Since life does not come with a manual, we don't know what to do but let emotion and chance, we call gut feel, to decide for us on what to do, how to live, who to turn to. We drift along the line we call fate. This course is to help you see the world from a unique perspective, connecting the dots in a new way. The purpose is to help you take control of your life rather than drift with your luck. The conscious mind existed in the brain, also is connected to the heart, according to latest research. It took a while to transform from a wild child to become what it is today, so it is a bit complicated to explain. The human side of this consciousness starts with the language we adopt. If we classify simply into 3 levels of awakening by the numbers of words we learn, at around age 5, we've got about 500 words. At age 10, 10,000 words. And at age 15, 15,000 words. Together with the 5 senses, we can relate, associate, and identify with most entities to handle the day-to-day activities with our standard model. During the process of adulthood, we interact with our kin to develop our relationship with each other. Learn the values of engagement. As we get older, we attend school and expand our learning curriculum and the capacity of our vocabularies. We also learn grammar so to be able to better express our ideas for exchange of information. Gradually, we build up our mind cocoon, or some like to call it our safe harbor, so we are confident in dealing with people around us. What we don't realize is that during our learning, we also embedded in our thoughts that are not true. For example, if we work hard, we can achieve anything. The Italians are lazy, the Germans are stubborn, and the Japanese are sleazy, etc. As time goes by, the bad thoughts develop into prejudice, which cloud our judgment and make us delusional. We hence build a cage around ourselves and set our mind in a unique way to guide us in our journey of life. Once the cocoon of mind is set up, we utilize our ability to build up a belief system, which we keep certain things as facts, and we utilize our language skills to present our views. Some of us are good at talking, some good at thinking and analysis. Sometimes we have little time to verify the so-called facts, and somehow we use our special skills. Together with the unevenness of development, we unknowingly enlarge the level of our bias. So a lot of the times we might sound convincing, but not quite true. In the advanced model of our mind, let's say we added the mastery of law, science, psychology, and biology. we also added lots of misinformation to our knowledge. For the gifted feel they are more than able in terms of learning and remembering. They have superb analytical mind and are talented in different fields of knowledge. Regardless of their ability, they are still relying on the standard model. If you're born a wild child, after 5 years old, say, it will be very hard, if not impossible, to learn a language and think like human. At the end of the day, it does not matter how great we think we are. The truth is that our bias is built into us. Very few of us can see through our own cage and be able to rid of our prejudice. We might be very sharp in some subject matters, but hopeless in other. During our journey, we might come up with these questions about ourselves. It might be when we are struggling, or it might be our inner quests, or perhaps just our curiosity. How to remain calm, how to manage the temptations of the heart, how to handle the contradictions in life. For example, we need to be eager and reserved at the same time. What success meant for me? How I should make myself more attractive so I can impress the girl I love? How should I treat my ailment? Western medication or traditional Chinese medicine? Or should I just let my body handle the lot? Or maybe all of the above. And yet, in order to seek the right answers, it's no good to be moody, right? To keep calm, even in pain, it's hard. How to be a better person is often judged by if we follow the rules. Rules are set to allow people to interact freely without conflict. There are many facets of life, and it will be hard to state all the rules. So there are common sense or some unspoken rules as well. To be a better person, we need to learn all the rules within our social environment in terms of presentation, language use, behavioral aspects, etc. Obviously, we want to behave in a way that will not arouse negative sentiments towards us. But please remember, with all the acting, a fool will still be a fool, no matter how he is dressed. Are you a true follower of rules, or do you prefer to be a rule setter? Ultimately, what is a better person depends on your own goal in life. If you want to be a calm person outside, but a passionate person inside, then you need to know how to get there. We all have our preferred way forward. Some like to plan ahead, some like to follow the heart. Most of us adopt the middle line. For example, a bit of planning, supplement with the gut feel. Emotion is our biggest driver. Our ambition and aspiration often motivate us to act. With clarity, we make good judgments, choose the right path forward, then execute. We need to check if the outcome meets our expectations. If we're not, we need to adjust ourselves. By understanding our weaknesses, we can choose to live a disciplined life. The idea is not to punish ourselves for any misdeeds, but to manage the mood swings, which potentially can lead to extremism. Particularly useful for if we know that we are the overreact type personality. Let's review our thought development progression. With our standard and advanced model, we can easily enhance our thinking with specific subject matter expertise. As we reach higher academic program, we race towards the peak of our adulthood, thus moving forward to maximize our mental capabilities. Another way of looking at life's journey is that it resembling climbing a mountain. We might have different goals in life, but the time we have for this journey is limited. 365,000 days max out. No matter how much knowledge we gain or how much wealth we accumulate, we should never forget that we cannot take them with us. Hurting others for our own gain is a very bad choice. Often it will backfire on us. And also we should not spend all our effort and energy on climbing. Remember, we have also to have to come down safely. Other than the basic necessities, like feeding us ourselves, shelter, clothing, we mortals all have desires for vanities like power, love, beauty, wealth, and fame. It's all okay until they become an obsession and start hurting us. The cycle plays out similarly, from the initial excitement to addiction, until we find that we can no longer let go of it. The craving turns into shackles. The more ambitious, the more shackles we carry. A lot of the time, the source of our problem is from our misconception of reality. For example, only some of the lucky ones, they never get sick. Body is always fine. Everything seems to be automated. In a lot of other situations, things change, and we're usually not up to date. The color is gray, but we think it's black. Things are complicated, but we assume that it's easy. If we know what really is going on and what our action will lead to, we will be much more reserved to make quick judgments and act without a robust plan. Traveling around the world is fun, but there's a lot of inherited risks. Our life feels like driving forward, but with only the rear view mirror. How likely are we going to navigate through life without a hitch that way? Adaptability is a deeply entrenched human character. In the modern world, we tend to be confused by the media and the never-ending entertainment. Instead of passively waiting for changes to force upon us, a better way will be to actively observe our internal situations and external environment. And we should establish a methodical way so we can deal with the changes quickly and effectively. The challenges and solutions listed below may not be applicable to everyone. That's why it's a tailored course. We all heard of the term, prevention is better than cure. If we think right, act right, and know how to adapt, we can face anything in life. That is a tall order. Anything, in this case, is a delusion in itself. Anyhow, after looking at the human condition, hopefully you can see the challenges for us to get the clarity we need to navigate through this life journey. Doing the course will prepare you better for the journey regardless if you are facing any problem today or in the future. In life, we grow, we learn, we move up our mountain, we move down, we help ourselves, we help others. For a more balanced person, they will try to do as much as they can in all faculties. Depend on their character, their ability, they leave a unique mark. We call it signature. We all have an ego, but we care about others. The main goal for some is to take care of thyself. It does not matter if you are to perform self-help or to cultivate other people. We will be rewarded by what we do. Whether the reward is fair or not, good or bad, luck or curse, it's all up to our interpretation. But actually what happened we know. That is the reality. You can accept it or reject it. A balanced person does not mean it is a better signature. Balance for some is not the same for another. So we need to be aware of our unique characteristics and find our own way, overcoming obstacles to live a fulfilled life. In our struggle, we leave our own mark. There is no such thing as a better signature. A gifted person helped a lot of people who certainly reap the reward of what he or she deserves. But life is complicated. You cannot expect every artist will reap the same reward. We are all born into a physical and cultural environment where we have little choice but accept the status quo. Rich or poor, we can develop into a selfish person. What facilitates that trait? May be hard to tell, but we can see and tell what a selfish person will do. For example, a bigger ego than usual, perhaps, self-centered, don't really care that much about how other people feels. That is a signature of him or her. Some see it as a problem and some don't. It's not about a problem or not, but it's just the unique signature of that individual. All right? Well, life is complicated. Not all of us live to 100. However, that does not mean we cannot contribute to humanity. Some people only live a short life, and yet they are remembered for thousands of years. Life is a struggle, but it will and should not stop us do what we set out to do. It is up to us to find and then set up that purpose of ours. Freedom is not to do whatever you want in life, but by giving this life to you, you are free to choose to do something with it. Some say the past is vague and nobody remembers it well. The now will pass in a whisker. The future impossible to know. So is life meaningless? A different way to look at the now is to live the now so we can prepare for the future. The past is gone. We can rejoice it at will, but not taking it on as a baggage. The lighter the load on our back, the easier for us to face the future. Take the sentiment from Steve Jobs. Use the weekend to build the life you want instead of trying to escape the life you have. You're not going to hit your goals by getting drunk and party every weekend. Work hard now so your future self will thank you. The standard course is to help people to set up personal goals by aligning a disciplined, self-adapting worldview. To set up a path to joyous life is very personal. We have our own uniqueness. There's no one-size-fits-all route to achieve a blissful life. The advanced course will focus on helping people to work towards enlightenment. No one can guarantee enlightenment, but we can establish a target and tailor a program for the person to get there. Enlightenment is like ecstasy. It is both a physical and mental experience. It is hard to describe with words. Broadly speaking, one can view it from within and also from outside other people can see. From within, you are aware of your problems, but without the associated anxieties. You are in peace with the past for what you have lost, what you have loved. Your sins, your regrets, none of them will bother you anymore. From the outside, other people see a humble person. Well, a modest person has a better chance to be enlightened anyway. We all heard of the phrase, like if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. If you truly understand this phrase, that is a very strong indicator that you are enlightened. You may still pursue your desires, but will no longer get upset with the result of your effort, especially not to be slaved for your cravings. So that's how you know that you have reached the level of enlightenment. If you have done all of the above, congratulations.